Hey guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. So as I've mentioned in every video, I suffer from indecision. And that's not a problem that Pepto-Bismol can solve. I mean, come on. I can't even decide on an opening line for this video. So I had a whole video planned that may or may not have been an ode to one of my favorite films about a girl who has a great imagination, but in the real world is a bit of a chicken. And in that video, I wrote down all of my current story ideas, cut them out, folded them up into tiny pieces and put them in a hat, and I drew 4 out. The plan being that I would write a short film script for each one of those, 1 a week for the month of December. So I would have 4 short film scripts at the end of December. And if I liked them, then I could use them as a foundation for the 4 short films that I want to do next year, one every quarter. But as I've also mentioned a few times before, I sort of wrote a treatment for a feature film a couple of weeks ago, and it is all that I can think about. So, do I work on 4 smaller, more manageable scripts that will feed into my 5-year plan, that will help me practice different aspects of filmmaking in, bite-sized manageable pieces? Or do I go where my imagination wants to take me and try completing a feature script for a sort of epic fantasy western that I may never be able to actually get made into a feature? So I did what I've been telling myself that I need to do, and I asked for help. Specifically, I asked my business partner / producer what I should do. Oh Lord, what am I gonna do? Well, what do you want to do? So, I'm going to try to write a feature script in a month. Now, to be fair to myself, I did work on a feature script earlier this year when I was furloughed because of COVID, and for about a month I was working on a script. I got about halfway through, I got kind of stumped, then furlough ended, so I got kind of busy, and it sort of fell by the wayside. So I'm not asking myself to produce a masterpiece in a month. I just want one finished first draft. I'm not even asking myself for it to be good, just to be done. That's all. That's all that I want. Just, can I complete a feature script? Because I've started them. I haven't finished them. So I'm recording this November 30th, so it's not quite December yet. But today I'm going to take a prep day. What I want to do is go to Target and go buy note cards so that I can set up scenes and stuff and start structuring it, because I know so much about that. But because, as we've talked about before, I have all of those notebooks, I'm just gonna cut up some paper. I've got a binder just full of paper that I can use, so that's great. I won't have you sit and watch me cut these into note cards, but that's what I'm doing next. Okay, and boom, I've got them all into very tiny note cards, so I can start structuring the story. Yay! I know exactly what I'm doing, and this is going to be so easy. What I want to do is read one of these many books. I've got Rebel Without a Crew. That would be a really interesting read. I think I could learn a lot from that. Writing short films helpful, The Screenwriter's Handbook, or How to Write a Movie in 21 Days. I also have Story and Dialogue by Robert McKee that I have on Audible. But I don't want to start reading those because that is my go-to. Like, learn how to do the thing and then don't ever do the thing. So I am going to start the script, and then hopefully once I finish the first draft, then I can start going back and reading the books about the screenwriting and the making the movie and etc., etc. But I have those books on hand should I need them. Also, I have Celtex. It's a script writing software. On Wednesday, they're having, I guess it's like a webinar with a screenwriter who's going to talk about screenwriting, and then we can ask questions, and it'll be about story structure, which I'm kind of wary to go to it. It's free, so it's like, why not? But I'm kind of wary of webinars because usually they're trying to sell you something in my limited experience, and I don't want to be sold something. So I'm a bit iffy about whether I'll do that, but that's on Wednesday if I want to do that. And I'll share my progress here on my channel, and when the progress is a little too boring, or if I get a little creatively stumped, I'll have some other kind of video content for you. I'm not really sure what right now. We'll figure it out together. In other news, I will most likely be just uploading one video a week for the foreseeable future because, as I said in the last video, I think it's time that I give myself more time. So, for the next month, I will be filling up, let's see, these next blank pages. So, what will you be doing with your next blank page? Feel free to comment below, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.